Welcome into Bulls Postgame Live, presented to you by Toyota. Jason Goff and Kendall Gill here at the United Center. Bulls taking on the chin, 108-100 here on this Sunday afternoon, KG. Always good to see some basketball.
It is, yeah.
Sunday afternoon, festive vibes outside, Bulls Kid Nation Day. Unfortunately, they did not come away with a win tonight. Joel Embiid.
What can you say about him?
31 points tonight. He did a lot of that damage in the second quarter, but what an anchor to have come back for you if you're the 76ers.
Yeah, and you know what? It's always good when you've been out and you've been out for a while. You come back and they give you 28 shots.
You take them. You take your 28.
Because you're the man. And Joel Embiid did a great job of, putting himself back in the position of the number one option on this team. Struggled early in the first quarter, having missed his first 7 shots. But, man, Jason, after that, he really got it going. I mean, he was going downhill. He was shooting mid-range. You can see right here where he rolls correctly. And it's hard to gauge him because you don't know whether he's going to stop on a dime or you don't know whether he's going to come forward and go all the way to the basket. One of the things that I would have liked to have seen is the Bulls try to take some charges on him. I know it's tough to take charges on a guy 7'1".
Kobe did that last year, paid for it.
Yeah, 7'1", 285. It's tough, but in order to beat the 76ers, that's what you're going to have to do.
Sacrifice.
You're going to have to sacrifice your body some because that guy, I know he's a freight train, but you know what he's going to do. He's coming straight down the lane, and you just got to be prepared for it.
Yeah, Billy took a couple of timeouts where he wasn't too happy about the defense and people not getting in the way of those Philadelphia bigs. And, I know this is Sunday and football is the contact sport du jour, but it's a contact sport if you're going to sacrifice yourself and play deep. Like the top defensive teams, we talk about rim defenders, the guys who take charges, guys who get in the way, guys who have some restriction in that lane.
And the thing is, the top defensive teams, you know what they're going to do. They're going to do it automatically each and every time. They're going to make that rotation where when you come in, if you come in there, you know that you're going to face some resistance. I always knew teams like the New York Knicks, championship caliber teams, the Chicago Bulls. You knew whenever you drove in the lane, you knew that there was going to be some resistance there. So sometimes it kind of made you apprehensive to drive. The Bulls didn't do that to the 76ers tonight. I can recall one play late in the second half where Matas Bucelis, and he's a young fellow.
Yeah.
He's a young fellow, okay, so he doesn't know yet. He could have made the rotation over to take a charge on Embiid, but he did not. I mean, that will eventually come with experience, but those are the type of plays we're talking about having to be made.
When you're talking about a low-scoring game, 108-100, we usually think about defensive issues when it's 130, 140, but the minor defensive issues that you may have, possession here, possession there, they add up in an 8-point loss.
Right, and for the most part, I felt that the Bulls played a pretty good defensive game today.
Yeah, they shut down everybody else.
They shut down everybody else. And
outside of Tyrese, who, we'll talk about later.
True, but I mean, they forced the 76ers to shoot 25% from 3, 9 of 36, and I thought they guarded the three-point line well, and overall the 76ers shot 46%. But in my opinion, it was just the Bulls' offense that cost them this game. Weren't able to knock down enough shots.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Speaking of knocking down shots, Zach LaVine, he matched Joel Embiid's 31. He got 30 himself. Zach tried to get it going there in the second half especially. What did you think of his game tonight?
Oh, I mean, being a professional as always and being Zach, never going to stop shooting. That's the one thing I love about Zach. When you're off shoot till you're on, and that is exactly what he did tonight. I mean, I thought that in this play in particular, I thought he was aggressive towards going to the basket. It's just that we couldn't knock down enough shots. And you know what I'm going to say? I don't like it that Bucci Mane only got 7 shots today.
Yeah.
Nikola Vucevic has to have more shots than that, man. For the second game in a row, he's got 13 points.
I mean, when you look at it, too, the Bulls shot, 6 or 7 shots less? They 6 shots less than the Philadelphia 76ers. Anytime I see less FGAs, I go over to that turnover number. 15 turnovers is too much against this team coming back, finally getting whole. You're giving them more chances to round into form in the game when you turn the basketball over as much as the Bulls did tonight.
That's right, and the 76ers don't play at a fast pace. They only average 105 points a game, so if you turn that basketball over, you're lessening your chances to get the opportunities. And Bulls, 54 threes.
Go ahead,
threes.
Coach Gill. Go ahead, give it to him.
54 threes.
That's
guys.
Boston Celtics numbers.
That's Boston Celtics numbers. Listen.
You ain't got the Boston Celtics shooting stuff.
I felt a lot of time. This is becoming a pet peeve of mine that we got into the paint. We had an opportunity to shoot those basketballs, and we turned it down. We were looking for the three-point shots too much today instead of attacking the paint when we had open shots.
There was one fast break where I thought of you where Josh Giddey throws the ball to where Kobe White was supposed, he thought Kobe was going to be on a 3-on-2 break. Mm-hmm. Kobe's fanning out to corner three. And there's that, that issue of, I'm supposed to do the right thing basketball-wise, but the emphasis is to shoot these threes.
I call those analytics plays, okay? When you don't do fundamentally sound basketball stuff and you're listening to the analytics in your head and you run into the three-point line. It's okay every once in a while, but if you have the open lane, I'm going to go for the highest percentage shot.
Right.
We have to get back to regular basketball first, and then secondary, go out to the three-point line.
All right, Kobe White. Kobe, we talked about him, his matchup against Tyrese Maxey, Kobe White, and with Josh Giddey, without Josh Giddey. We've talked about it in the pregame. What did you think about Kobe White this evening?
Well, I thought that Kobe struggled a little bit offensively today. I thought that he probably should have attacked the rim a little bit more as well. But like I said, Kobe is facing the toughest adjustment out of anybody. He's normally on the basketball. And, when you're used to playing the game a certain way and you've been successful that way, it's tough to do it another way. But listen, for the most part, I think that Tyrese Maxey came in here, and I said this at the beginning of the show, that whoever won this matchup between Tyrese Maxey and Kobe White, I said whoever won this matchup was going to win the game. Unfortunately for us, it was Tyrese Maxey today.
Yeah, let's get to it. Tyrese Maxey, 10 of 22 from the field, 25 points tonight, 14 assists, 11 rebounds, a triple-double. He shot 3 for 12 from the three, but I think a lot of that is because Joel is out there, so you're trying to find your space.
Yeah.
But Tyrese Maxey, a young star in the game.
Reason why he's an all-star, reason why he's a young star in the game, as you just mentioned, is because of his ability to score from the outside, from his ability to get downhill and score quickly. And, he's a matchup nightmare.
Yeah, he is.
Because of the way that he can push the basketball, he can play at pace. He can do it all. And that's a big reason why he, in my opinion, is possibly the future of this 76ers team. We don't know about Joel's future. Well, his future will be okay if he plays like this every night.
No, he'll be fine. But he loves playing against the Bulls.
But in Philly, it's sort of like a Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal thing.
I think he has called the big man out for not being, the pro that he needs him to be.
He called him out.
I like Kobe.
And he's a young player that believes in himself and a young player that produces night in and night out.
Yeah.
But I still think they'll keep these two.
I mean, for at least another couple of years or so. We'll see how it rounds in the form. Speaking of the Philadelphia 76ers, let's look at those Eastern Conference standings. The 76ers had a terrible start to their season, but as you look at the top of the East, Cleveland Cavaliers sitting there at 21-3. Boston is just letting the regular season do what it do. Yeah.
They're
we'll see you in the finals.
Exactly. That's what they're doing.
And the Orlando Magic, Franz Wagner now down for an indefinite period of time.
That's going to hurt them.
Yes, it is. Then you look at that bottom tier of the Eastern Conference. You see the Bulls sitting in that 10th spot, tied with the Detroit Pistons. The Pacers slightly ahead of them. These games that they're playing against these Eastern Conference teams are going to matter in the long run. The Philadelphia 76ers getting their mojo back with their health being the key factor.
And let's be honest, Philly shouldn't be there.
No.
They shouldn't be there.
They started out 2-12.
Right. And they're showing now, they showed tonight, why they will continue to go up that ladder. I mean, I anticipate this team as being a top 4 team by the end of the season. All
right, we got a lot more for you here on Bulls Postgame Live, presented to you by Toyota. The Bulls unfortunately lose on this Sunday afternoon, 108-100. The Philadelphia 76ers in town. Get them out of here. Let's start over fresh.
Yeah, really.
You're watching Chicago Sports Network.
Out of here, man.
Yeah, man.